it on me, brother.
Lay it on me.
Oh my god.
Lay it on me. Don't hold back.
We're live.
We are live.
What's up, YouTube? This is me, the deal, man.
Are you just laying in bed? Like are you currently on your pillow? Yep.
There he
That's
is.
right. The bed man.
Dude, you look fit at this angle. Take a screenshot because you kind of look fit right now. So it'd be a good picture to put on your Tinder.
You know, this is a thirst trap. The ladies will hate it.
You're not allowed to put thirst traps on Tinder?
No, they don't like them.
What is Tinder?
They don't like them. They'll say if you post a picture holding a fish or at the gym, I'm swiping. I'm swiping the bad way.
Why don't
Holding
girls
a
like
fish?
We don't like it.
Wait, do a lot of guys hold fish in their Tinder pictures?
Guess what I got? I'm holding the fish in one of mine.
Are you really?
I went deep sea fishing at one point, but I took it away because the ladies they said that in their profiles. Andrew, you don't know what it's like.
You don't know
You're right.
what it's like
I honestly don't.
to be
You
a
could-
fish, man.
You couldn't walk a mile in my shoes.
You couldn't take this many naps.
Couldn't nap like you couldn't nap like I do.
You couldn't not put fish photos online.
You don't know how many weird rules there are to being single, Andrew. You can't put fish photos up. Got to take naps.
It's exhausting.
You can only drink beer on Fridays.
Naps are awesome though. I might take one right now.
All right. All right, let's get going.
Do we know what number this is?
Well, we could look it up.
Number 12.
When are you guys gonna hit 1,000?
We can make it be this one if you guys want.
I'm down.
What's up, YouTube?
YouTube, what's-
YouTube.
YouTube, what's up, YouTube?
Mm-hmm. What is that? Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear.
Yeah,
That's what that was.
that's what that was.
Dude, I feel like Pooh has fallen off.
Why?
Big time.
In 2020, he's got to come back big. I need some Pooh content.
Man, in times like these, we need Pooh Bear more than ever.
8:57.
Bear.
Oh man.
8:57.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow. Yep. Okay. Ready?
Ready.
I'm Deontay Burton, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Hamadou Diallo.
Hey, I'm Danilo Gallinari.
I'm Chris Paul, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Luke Dort, and I'm down to Dort.
What's Dort?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what that was.
In English, bro.
I'm Darius Baisley, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
I'm Steven Adams.
I'm Andre Robertson, and I'm down to dunk. On you.
Good morning and welcome to episode 8, 5, 7, down, 2, dunk. I'm Luke. Joined this morning by Andrew,
Slam through.
Taylor,
'Cause me, I'm rusted and weather. Baby, hold it together. I'm covered in skin. It peels and it just won't heal. I'm rust slam through.
friend of the pod, Deborah Buckets at Al Baby Cakes, Alex.
Good morning.
Wow.
Shout out to Luke's mattress.
Yeah.
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 So we have some news, big news, coming from Woj, that the NBA is moving the date up on when the NBA is coming back from July 31st to July 30th. L-Man, how does this affect your life?
Oh, in oh my gosh, in big ways. Big ways. Things that were going to happen are going to be happening sooner.
What else you got on that, Luke?
That's it.
Okay, good take. So something that actually could affect the NBA a lot more than just one day is there have been 40 to 50 players on conference calls over the last couple days discussing concerns around restarting in Orlando. And there are players that are concerned about family situations, the inability to leave the Walt Disney World resort, the coronavirus pandemic, obviously just a lot of things. And so there may be some guys that decide to sit out. How do you guys feel? How would you guys feel if a player sat out? And maybe we can speculate on who it might be that would sit out.
I'm just thankful that the Thunder isn't like in one of those years where they were a contender, because there could be a name that comes out that's like a legit rotation player for one of these teams who just decides he doesn't want to play, and you can't really blame him, especially if the idea of just like being away from his family. I mean, if someone has a bigger family, because I think they can only take a certain number, and they just don't want to do it. I mean, what can you really say? I think the pressure, though, is going to be high for all these guys to participate. Because if the majority of guys on a team want to play and they are a legitimate contender, whoever it is, that would be very hard for a teammate to just say, sorry, guys, you guys can all take the risk, but I'm not going to do it. Because that person would still get paid.
Yeah, they would still get paid. Yeah, I would be surprised if it was a Laker or one of the Bucks or somebody like that.
Can't you see like a guy like Rondo just saying like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to get it." I can see Rondo just not caring and doing
That's
it.
one that Lakers fans actually might be excited about,
Maybe.
making Rondo stay home.
Oh man, what if Kuzma did it? Oh God, I hope
Oh, there's no
Kuzma
way.
sits out.
There's no way Kuz would sit out.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, they haven't revealed any names. I wonder if it's just kind of like older guys who just don't want to really do it.
Yeah, you wonder if it's like guys on the Wizards or other guys on the Spurs or other guys on the Suns that are just like, yeah, we kind of know the situation here. I really don't want to if Aaron Baines stayed home, I don't think anybody would be shocked.
Right.
I almost forget that the Suns are invited.
They're just there to be there to provide more games. But yeah. Joe Ingles is a name that was really early on saying he wasn't going to do it if they came back because his kid is immunocompromised.
Yep.
But then has kind of walked that back and saying, well, if it's in a bubble and I'm not around my kid for a long time, then I will probably do it. But I haven't heard from him in a while. But there are those guys who maybe there's family members that are really susceptible to the more extreme end of the virus that might sit out. But I don't know. Going back to what you were saying, Alex, I can't see someone, if it's not for someone in their family or for an underlying condition that they already have, I can't see someone sitting out just because they don't want to get it at all in general.
Yeah. Well, and there's some
They'll be
players that
bullied and beaten up.
there's some players that are saying that they want to stay out of the bubble so they can continue to push forward like the Black Lives Matter movement.
Ah,
So there's just so many things going on right now that could potentially push somebody to not go. Garrett Temple came forward and said that he thinks that the most important thing for them to do is to play and to be there and to use that as a platform. And it's interesting because, I mean, you could always use the NBA playoffs as a platform for something in the past because, I mean, you go to a Thunder playoff game and the press room is packed after the game. How many press are they going to let in to Orlando? 8?
mm.
So do you have as big of a platform, or I guess you don't need 100 people there to get the word out. Maybe you have 8 really big names, and then it does get you where you want to go. But it's just, to me, it's just kind of interesting.
Who would those names be? Who would be like the 8 guys?
Let's pick our dream team.
Dream team. No, but who would it be? Because all I can think of are ESPN guys. But
Whoa, and Sean.
Yeah, Woj.
yeah,
I bet Windy.
Wendy boy,
Wendy already said he didn't want to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sam Amick.
Sam Amick would probably go.
The low man.
The L man.
The L man.
Luke.
Okay, Andrew, if the Athletic was like, hey, they're giving the Athletic one spot, one seat for media, Andrew.
Would you do it, Andrew?
Me?
You'd have
Yeah.
to be away from your family for at least 3
I'd
months.
be so far down on the list it wouldn't even matter. Would I theoretically go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
You'd get so
Andrew.
bored after like 2 days, I think.
Andrew, if you can't go, I'll go.
Okay. I mean, it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity to go cover the bubble.
I know, that's why I'm gonna go.
That way I can sit back when I'm 80 years old and talk about covering the bubble. I would probably do it.
You know what, dude?
Sleep through the games.
Andrew, you could lean back when you're 80 and tell them how your friend went.
Oh man, what would you do if you went?
Sleep.
Right, there's no lines. I'd ride Splash Mountain
No, you
all day long.
can't. There's no rides. You can't go there.
He's like not gonna watch the games and then go cover the.
I'm
post
pretty
game.
sure there are rides at Disney.
No,
I
they're
think-
not allowing them to go. That's part of the deal.
Yeah, you can't go into the parks.
Well, the players, but not the press.
It's
You-
a
you're-
bubble.
You're a part of the bubble.
Do you know what a
Oh,
bubble
yeah.
is?
They're
Luke's
gonna give
gonna-
them They're gonna
Luke's-
give them a Disney day.
Luke's gonna show up to the press conference just soaking wet, just like dripping wet from Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain, yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
He's gonna show
He's
up
gonna be
15
late.
minutes late.
He's gonna interrupt LeBron talking. Be like, sorry guys, the line was a little long.
You know, it's like, you know, I don't even need a fast pass.
I think it would be like being at an all-inclusive resort for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even really sound good in theory. It sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
Well, you get
That
NBA games, I mean, they'll be going on like most of the day for a while. So it's not, I mean, you're not just trapped in a hotel room the whole time. I mean, you're there to cover NBA games.
And
Yeah.
like you would become best friends with all these big names, which would then just shoot you off like a rocket to the top of the game, Andrew.
That's right. Or L-Man.
or
It's
Elman.
man.
It's on TV by the end of this.
That's right.
L-Man, who's not currently on YouTube because he's laying in his bed.
No,
You
I'm
can't
out
even
of,
get
I'm
on
out,
video
I'm
for
out
this.
of my bed. I'm out of my bed. I'm I muted for a little bit ago because I brushed my teeth.
Oh, good.
I didn't want to put the YouTube through that.
Thanks.
Thanks, bro.
I can though. I can do it again if you guys want to hear.
Please.
Should always brush twice.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to hear what names will surface over the next couple weeks.
The chosen few.
Because we're not that far from them having to report to Orlando. And there's a lot of, well, are they even going to go? Look at all these problems that they're going to have. And I don't know if you guys listened to the Hoop Collective yesterday, but Jack McMullen was pissed.
Why?
I don't. You got to go listen to it. She's looking for a fight on something. She just sounds mad the whole time. She's mad
Wait.
about like the older coaches going.
Yeah.
She's just mad.
I don't understand. What is she mad about?
You guys got to listen, man. It's
Oh my gosh.
it's a great experience.
You're such a tease. So are the older coaches allowed to go now?
So I think they will probably go. I did produce an episode of the Daily Ding yesterday, which you should listen to this show. It's really good. So they try to cover what happened in the league the night before, during the regular season and the playoffs. But this one is just like a news update one. And Alvin Gentry came on the show, and he said that there's no information that says he can't go. So it should be. I would be surprised if they didn't let them go, because they're no more susceptible in getting the virus. It's just the risks of if they do get it.
Yeah.
So I would be surprised if they did, because, and this is something that they talked about in the Hoop Collective, is if they say, Mike D'Antoni, you can't go because you are old, his contract is up. It like damages his reputation and him being able to get another deal after this year.
Bring in Tibbs. You can bring in Tibbs right now.
You can bring in Tibbs.
How old is Tibbs? He's not that old, right?
What if he's like the same age as D'Antoni?
He's
It wouldn't
62.
surprise me.
He has 3 years to spare.
Oh, 62, you're fine?
Yeah, 62, you're in the clear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What if someone turned 65 over the time they're in Orlando? Do they get shipped out?
Well, Billy Donovan turned 65 today.
So he's got to leave.
Booted out of the bubble.
But their testing infrastructure is going to be so different from like daily life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be closer to what I've read about, like what was going on in South Korea, where like just getting on the bus, they were testing people's temperature.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be doing temperatures. They're going to be doing blood tests I think every day, right?
Yeah.
So I think they're
daily.
going to have a good chance of keeping things under control. Obviously, all it takes is like one super spreader event, a couple guys hanging out after a game or something that could ruin it all.
Sneezing in each other's mouths.
Yes, as NBA players love to do.
The trend.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm hopeful. I mean, it's not like they're just throwing them in a bubble and letting them run free.
I'll tell you what, my dad's excited.
For
He's
NBA,
so happy. Oh, he's so excited for us to come back.
really?
Oh, yeah. He asked me about it. I saw him the other day. He said, so what do you think about the NBA coming back? It's exciting stuff, huh? Yep. Have you guys talked to your dads about this? Or
That does sound
parents?
like-
Just
that-
anyone?
That sounds like
Oh,
a very dad conversation.
The most dad way he could have talked about his excitement.
And he probably told you it like 5 days after you had heard it that they were coming back.
Oh, dude, he told me this like this was 2 days ago. He just found out like 2 days ago.
Taylor, are you taking notes since you're about to become a dad about dad convos?
Oh yeah, I have the look down too. Hold on.
That's great.
How was that? Because it's got to be kind of subtle. It's like,
That was great for the 9 people on YouTube.
oh yeah, I forgot.
This is a podcast too,
My B.
thankfully, because if this was just a YouTube feed, we'll be in trouble. So Kevin Durant and John Wall both said that they are not going to play. So there was just speculation that one of those guys could play. No. Also, LaMarcus Aldridge had a secret surgery in April, and he's out too.
Secret meeting with his surgeon.
That's I don't know. Nothing matters with the Spurs. I was gonna say that's a blow, but maybe it's not. Who cares? I'm gonna be so angry if the Spurs make it.
If they make it with Lamar, I mean, it would be so Spurs for them to make it without LaMarcus.
What if like the Spurs were the reason Zion isn't in the playoffs?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. Yeah, Jakob Pertl somehow just becomes a star.
Now that's a team that I feel like could be smart enough to say, "Hey, we're not going to win this. Why don't we just send like our 7 worst players? You can even sign some guys off the scrap heap. Everyone else stay home. Don't worry about it. You're going to get paid. We're going to go lose some games for you real quick. Get out of this bubble."
Yeah. Well, and you can sign guys and you can send two-way guys. So the Thunder, we can shift to a Dort conversation. So they can send Lou Dort just as a two-way guy. So they don't have to sign him to a contract for him to play in the bubble. And they can wait to sign him until the offseason, which is very helpful to the Thunder and luxury tax implications and things like that. So it just makes things very simple.
Now, normal season, like if this hadn't happened, they would have had to sign him to a contract. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can't. Two-way guys can't play in the playoffs.
Okay.
So you have to have an NBA deal to play in the NBA playoffs. But this year will be different.
He could set all kinds of records if he gets in there, since he's the first two-way guy to ever play in the NBA
It's
playoffs.
true. The first two-way player to ever start in the playoffs.
Most points, most rebounds, most assists. Just go across the board.
Yeah.
I mean, how many two-way players are actually going to play on other teams?
I don't even know anybody else that's a two-way player. Yeah,
All I know is I'm going to commit all of that to memory for future trivia podcasts. All of that information.
So when we do on the next pandemic, whenever we do the trivia pod, it'll be next summer. Then we'll just remember that. Oh man.
Yeah. Taylor, forget this conversation.
Hey, is Alex Caruso? Oh no, he was a two-way last year. Okay.
He played for the Blue. The Thunder could have had him, man.
That's some bull crap, man.
Okay, question. If Alex Caruso is on the Thunder, does anyone care?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm sure like his parents.
Yeah, anyone. Yeah.
No, not even his parents.
Like maybe friends from high school.
Do you know what Alex Caruso's averages this year are?
I'm going to guess 5 points.
5 points.
3 assists.
1.8 assists, 1.9 rebounds, and 1 steal.
Dang.
Man. That
Is it
Lakers...
I just don't know if a guy that's ever had that stat line has ever gotten more shine than Alex Caruso.
That Lakers yellow is just like, it doesn't look good on white guys. Like if you go back through history, like Steve Nash looks so weird in that Lakers yellow.
What about Steve Blake?
It looked great because his jersey
kind
was
of
massive too.
Steve Blake's kind of a badass, but yeah, something about that yellow, it just like doesn't look good. I feel like if he's on another team, he looks a lot more normal. Because I've seen pictures of Alex Caruso just walking around, hanging out with his family, and he looks like a regular guy. But then you throw him in that. Well, you got to Google it. You got to Google Alex Caruso normal pictures.
I was gonna say Alex Caruso, normal guy.
No,
Alex Caruso just hanging.
Alex Caruso family, I think will get you there. And you'll realize, oh, he's just a normal looking guy, but for some reason you throw him in that Lakers yellow and all of a sudden he's like looks like an uber nerd or something, which is the whole reason why people like him so much.
It's true.
Yeah, it's just because he's a balding white guy who dunks.
Yeah.
He's very athletic.
At Texas A&M, no one ever gave him a thought. It was just never even considered to be anything. And now you're right. It is the Lakers yellow that just highlights it.
feel like Mark Madsen always looked weird.
Yeah. There are so many like photoshops of Alex Caruso on the internet. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. There's
Dude,
like one with
people love him.
lightning around him. There's one that makes him look like Jerry West. Like they made him old timey, like he's some legend.
So when was he on the Thunder Summer League team, or was that what it was, or was he on their G League team?
He was on the blue. Yeah, he was on the blue, I think.
Was that the Samaj year?
3 years. Yeah, it was.
Mm.
It's the year they could have had him instead of Samaj.
Man.
Wrong guy. Is Sam Presti really a good GM?
Who asked that question, Andrew? Sounds like you're asking that question.
I'm asking the question. He signed Samaj and had Alex Caruso just sitting there, a legend, just sitting there.
Don't let Bleacher Report find that out. We'll be tweeting about it all day.
So true. Oh, that's so true. You guys ready to answer some Twitter questions?
Yes.
Our first Twitter question
Twitter question.
comes from. Oh, this is Benelphin King asks. Benelphin King wants to know, how long could you stay in the Disney World bubble?
I'm going 3 weeks before, like, without even blinking an eye. Like, that's easy. I can do 3 weeks easy. I mean, we've just done basically 2 months of this.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it is my home, so I'm more comfortable here. Oh, man.
Could Disney become your home?
So you got to factor in that you're getting all your meals. Like, you're getting the breakfast buffet. You're getting a good lunch and dinner every day.
No buffet. No buffet.
Oh, yeah.
Buffets are
yeah,
super
no buffet.
spreaders. Buffets are
Sorry.
super spreaders.
Sorry, no buffet.
Dude,
The only
That's
thing
that-
Luke is passionate about.
That what Luke just did should be an alarm that like a city just puts out across the city all the time.
buffets
Luke's
are super
voice.
spreaders. Avoid buffets.
I mean, if you get to go with your family, if I get like my wife and my dog, sorry, guinea pigs, not interested. I feel like why not? I could probably do 3 months.
Yeah.
And you're
Do
telling
I
me I
have
get to watch
do I have
basketball?
access to a hot tub?
Ooh, talk about super spreading events.
Hot tubs are
Well-
super spreaders.
I don't know that hot tubs are super spreaders.
If you get in there with all your lady friends,
Well, do I have access to a hot tub? Yes or no?
you
Yes.
probably
'Cause
do. Yes,
Yes.
Okay, then I could live there permanently.
permanently.
20. The answer to Benelphin King's question is 20 years.
But yeah, at least I mean the rest of my life, this would be fine. I just need to, I could get some, books shipped in. I got a hot tub. Boom.
You're
about
gonna
your
ship
what about
books?
your
Why would
dating
you
life?
not just get a Kindle? You would want to ship all those heavy books. Where are you going to store them? You're living in a hotel room.
I know when I'm done with them, I can just throw them away.
What?
No rules. No rules, man. It doesn't matter. Yes,
Throw
I
them
guess
out the hotel window.
I could get a Kindle. Yes, I have one, but I've been not liking my Kindle. I've been liking books recently.
Start
I'm
your own
with you on
L-Man
that.
library. L-Man library.
Yeah.
Now, Luke, you would not be able to bring anyone in. I mean, you could bring someone initially into the bubble with you, but you're not going to be able to be bringing in.
Can I bring my
Anyone in-
Nintendo? Can I bring my Nintendo Switch?
Okay, so I was talking about humans, but yes, you can bring.
Okay, because then I could. Those are all the friends I need.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, L-Man was created for the bubble.
I could live in the bubble pretty successfully.
At Pepsi United wants to know which scenario is more probable. The Thunder start where they ended, dominating most rivals, especially in the clutch, or they start just like they started the regular season, losing every close game.
Guys, I gotta go to work.
Goodbye.
I love you guys.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Glad I woke up for your contributions.
For being muted half the time so you can get ready for work.
That and buffets are super spreaders.
Buffets are super spreaders. Buffets are super spreaders. I think they'll be good, man. I think Chris Paul, everyone's been getting in shape. Did you see the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander video? The braids
did.
video?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man. You can't watch that and tell me they're not gonna just smoke the opposition.
Yeah.
Plus, when they were bad at the beginning of the season, or not bad, but just losing, they weren't letting CP3 hoop. So he's
weren't.
hooping now. He's been
That's
hooping.
true. That is true. At Real Branks wants to know, should Shea keep or scrap the Travis Scott look? Just
Keep it.
piggybacking off of you, Tayshaun.
Yeah, might as well keep it. I didn't love Russ's hair at the beginning of the season,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think that's because I was so used to how Russ looked for a decade.
Yeah.
Whereas SGA, like, he's still finding his look.
Yeah.
He's got to experiment with some things.
Yeah.
He's a fashion nova. He's a fashion nova king.
Yeah.
That's,
He looks
that's
cool.
right.
I think he looks cool. Let's see. This is from Evangelo. Name some things that you like about each other. Let's bring everyone together after Al
Ugh.
Baby Cakes has been trying to tear the group apart.
Gross.
So true.
Angelo.
I'll start with both of you guys. Andrew, what I really like about you is your consistent work ethic and steadfastness and leadership. And I like that you're a dad. And I like the eyeglass wear that you pick out for yourself. Always a good choice for your face.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alex, also great choice on the eyeglasses.
Shut up.
You're very funny and you're very smart. But you don't take things too seriously. You're a pretty
my
chill guy. You're clearly like ahead of the pack, but you can ease it back in to talk to us normies. So I really like that about you.
You can ease him back and talk to us.
Thanks. Taylor, you're a Potter.
He's just gonna say facts.
Taylor, I love the way you lived in Tulsa.
Yeah.
I thought that, and in the stories you told.
Mhm.
I appreciate how bad you felt when you tracked paint into my house when I lived in Oklahoma City.
I'll never forget that.
And then you sat on the chair that my wife's grandmother died in and broke it.
Guys, this is in one night. This was this is in like an hour and a half.
And my wife had never met you before.
I hadn't met most of the people in your house that night before. And I was easily the youngest one. I was like a child.
Yeah.
It's funny because I just tend to treat anyone who comes in my house like they've been my friend for a long time. So of course I was just gonna like make fun of you and Josh with you. But looking back, I'm sure you were like genuinely like,
Oh, I was
kinda freaked
horrified.
out.
I was horrified. I was so embarrassed because I was legitimately. I mean, I think that was like 9 years ago.
I was gonna say you were like,
Yeah, and I'll never forget it.
Yeah, me neither. I tried to give you one of my parents' chairs because it looked similar.
did you get your parents' consent to give a chair?
No. We had an extra chair. It was like also my grandparents' chair. So I was gonna give that to Alex because I broke his chair and just hope my parents never noticed it.
Everyone has the chair that their grandparent died in. We all pass them around to each other. Andrew, I love the way you play NBA 2K. You set it on the highest setting, and all your games end like 17-13, and you think that that's fun.
No, it's
Isn't
been a
that
while.
true?
It's been a while. I mean, I haven't played NBA. I have NBA 2K20, but I played it maybe like twice. But I do like to challenge myself.
I just remember going up to your room and you'd be playing these like marathon games. They're like 5-minute quarters, and the final score would be like 19-16.
I love defense.
You love defense. I appreciate that about you.
Oh man,
Is that what you wanted, Bangelo?
I think that's what she wanted. I love both you guys and everything about you. Let's see.
Wow. You accepted a lot of compliments, man.
Yeah, I talked about the way you played a video game 10 years ago.
Yeah.
No, Tayshawn has a. You seriously have a maturity that is beyond your years, while also dipping into the L man's.
It's that Gemini. It's that Gemini lifestyle, man.
You're a
Gotta keep
Gemini?
everyone
When's your
around.
birthday?
Pretty amazing.
June
actually.
19th.
Oh, mine's June 16th.
Whoa. Hey,
Birthday
man.
week, guys.
High
Birthday week.
five.
Birthday
High
pod.
five.
High five,
Birthday
Gemini.
pod. And my anniversary was yesterday.
Wow.
Whoa. Nice.
Ooh.
Surprised you could get up this early.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex has always been. I mean, Alex and I have been friends since we were kids, but Alex has always been easily one of the funniest, most creative people I've ever known. So, and I felt like I had to beg you for a few years to get you to come on the Wednesday pod consistently, and I'm just very thankful for that.
Yeah,
That
why
time
wouldn't you
zone,
do
man.
that? That seemed it's just
Because
the
it's
time difference.
5:30 in the morning.
It's very early. It is very early. It took some convincing. At Glazed and Consumed wants to know who's the best musician on DTD.
I mean, Andrew literally gave, I don't know if you still do, but gave guitar lessons. I feel like to be able to give lessons on an instrument requires a certain level of skill.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, I don't currently, but I did for a long time.
We got a couple musicians on in the group.
T-Train.
Alex, do you play?
Alex plays, yeah.
I don't play, but I know enough to make beats in Reason.
Oh, nice.
You play,
Jay and I both
you can
drummers.
play like the guitar and the bass.
I could play like one song at this point.
Yeah.
What song is it?
Honestly, the song that I remember how to play, like the hardest song I remember how to play, which is not that hard, but was Dave Matthews Band Satellite.
Oh, I love that song.
in my heart.
Hey, that's a pretty cool song to know how to play.
I know, that's the only reason I learned it.
Nice.
And then
Yeah, Jay and
plays sitar.
Jay plays the sitar. Yep, he's very good at it. That's actually why he got the head pastoral position at his church, because he does this cool sitar preaching thing where he like plays a little song and preaches and then plays a song, for contemplation time.
Right. And then Luke plays a recorder. He's always, I mean, I've never seen the guy without his recorder.
Yeah. He just always he has a pocket recorder. It like folds up. It like folds up four ways. Keeps it in his left pocket.
At Warner West 2, decide whether each OKC player would be a train or a plane. An example, I believe SGA would be the Shea plane, but Dort would definitely be the L train.
Wow.
Or I guess a vehicle as well.
He's just stealing the L Train's name.
Yeah, who's the real L Train? Is it Dort or Luke?
I would feel like with Dort, you can't remove Dort from it, so it'd be a Dort train or Dort plane.
What is the Dort Dart? The Dort.
Hey, Dort.
The Dort vehicle.
The Dort. Okay, I'll name names, and then what vehicle comes to mind first for both of you, okay? SGA.
Yeah, the Shea plane is perfect.
Chris Paul.
Guys,
we gotta be quicker than this. If this
electric car.
Oh, that's actually very true.
Because that's like the plant-based version of cars.
Yeah, it is. By the way, I saw a Prius with a bunch of Trump stickers on it.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. Dennis Schroeder.
He's I feel like he's a sports car.
Yeah.
D-Train?
Train.
Wait, what are we doing now?
I was just going train or plane. But Alex is giving specific kinds of vehicles.
I'm drilling down.
Gallinari. Okay, this was pretty good, guys. What's next?
I think he's the D plane, the Danilo plane.
Danilo?
I
I'll
see
play.
him as a Chrysler Town and Country.
No, he's definitely like a Ferrari.
He's not that flashy though.
I'm just thinking Italian, I think. Oh,
Yeah.
he's like the larger what's that Italian car that's really a Fiat? Is that Italian? He's like the
Not
larger
larger.
version of that's for
Oh.
fatter Americans. That's what Gallinari is.
He's been working out.
He has. All these
And
NBA
letting
players
us
are getting
know.
skinny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Jokic
Jokic
thing
is
was
shocking.
like, yeah, that was legit shocking.
How do you guys feel about that?
I've never been more excited to watch another player on another team because in my head, I think he could like run 10 miles per hour faster now. Like I'm just imagining him just flying down the court.
You know why
But-
he's gotten so skinny?
Why?
He's getting married.
Oh, is he really?
Mm-hmm. He's getting married this summer.
Interesting.
I mean,
wonder-
she agreed to marry him before.
Yeah. Well, she's like, you got to get in shape for the wedding.
Oh.
It was that and not being a professional basketball player.
Clearly, he's been one for a long time.
Yeah.
He's never been in shape.
God,
I mean,
he's
the-
so
the-
skinny.
Yeah, it is strange.
He honestly looks like Porzingis now. Like
Mhm.
he's that level of skinny.
Yeah. I have a friend that's a Nuggets fan. He's torn. He doesn't know how to feel about it.
I mean, all that girth did help him in moments.
Yeah. What if he just turns into like a superstar though? What if he turns into what if he just turns into Giannis?
Yeah, honestly, maybe his defensive instincts are just like at a certain baseline that he can never really become an elite defensive player. But what if that is where the jump was? Because
Yeah.
he's just so much lighter now and he can cover more ground, and all of a sudden he's like good at defense.
That would be huge for them.
He did have like, I mean, his post game though was just using his body, and then having great touch.
Yeah.
So that is a part of his game that might leave a little bit.
He looks like he's gonna bomb like 12 threes a game.
He does. God, he does. What if his vertical's just insane now?
That's what I'm saying. What if he's Giannis? Oh my gosh, you
That would
just
be
have
so
to
funny.
go look at his well, let me share my screen and then I can show you his basketball reference picture because it's just unbelievable.
How fat he looks.
You just got to take a look.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. He's drunk too.
I'm honestly surprised he's listed at 253. I would have guessed
53 is
higher.
pretty heavy.
I mean, that's only 50 pounds heavier than me though.
Yeah, and
Wait,
he's
who's
7
Honey?
feet.
Yeah. He's more than that. Big honey.
He's got to be. He was in this photo. He's pushing 3.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome though.
Yeah, he may be like 240 right now.
Because I feel like the big issue, or one of the things that people are worried about, is this is going to be like a lockout season where guys come back and they're just way
Yeah.
out of shape. And I'm sure that will be the case for some people, but at least for the superstars that we've seen, like James Harden and Jokic, like guys are using this time to get just super ripped.
Yeah, I just wonder who's it gonna be, because Jokic was one of the guys that people are like, I'm worried about Jokic, and he's
How about Whiteside
Oh, that's a great one.
for Portland?
That's a really good one.
it's got to be somebody who's out of the spotlight like completely, because
Yeah.
there's like this social pressure now that out of the lockout didn't really exist. Like everybody knows everybody's business now.
Yeah.
In the NBA. So I just wonder if that will even be much of a thing.
I think it's gonna be LeBron.
Yeah.
I think he's really been taking a back seat this whole time.
At Michael Clampett says, I think I figured out how to incentivize home court. Obnoxious sound drops for only one team. The lower team gets goofy laughs with every turnover, Vader breathing between free throws, and hit the road, Jack, for ejections. Because why mess with perfection?
Buffet is a super spreader.
Buffets are super spreaders. Buffets are super spreaders.
I liked the idea of just basically this, but give the teams their game ops. So just like let your game ops run whatever they would normally run during a home game, so it sounds more like being at home.
Yeah, where do you guys stand on playing music during the game?
They should let it... Defense. The songs that are supposed to encourage fans to say stuff, but there's no fans there. I think they should let players come up with a playlist. You know how like they have the cooler songs before the game starts? That'd be kind of cool to have those going on, and like seeing Russ dance while he's dribbling the ball up the court. That'd be tight.
Yeah, because they tried it at MSG one year. They played a half without. It was against the Warriors. Played a half without music, without anything.
Yeah.
And the guys hated it. They hated it. But also, you're in front of a crowd because they play basketball against people all the time with no music and no anything, with no crowd.
Right.
I wonder if it's just that with the crowd there, you need some kind of buffer between the crowd and you with like sound wise. But without it, do you really need that? I don't know.
I've watched a few of those Bungalese. Is that what it's called? The soccer league in Germany?
Let's go with that.
Bungalese?
No, it's like
that feels wrong.
Bundesliga.
Oh, Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Bungalese.
I don't know. I think it's Bungalese.
I don't mind like the fake crowd noise pumping in because they don't like cut to the crowd that often anyways in most games. Or I guess that's more the case for soccer, but I like just having some like white ambient noise in the background that's just random people's voices.
Yeah.
2K sounds.
It kind of just puts me in the mood.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. There's gonna be there's probably a lot more noises that we have never noticed before that we're gonna notice when they're gone. I think you're right. It's like do you guys sleep with a fan? Or like have to have some kind of noise going?
Yeah, I have a white noise machine that's like an analog one because I can't do the digital sound, and it has like tiny little fans in it that make sound.
Oh, that's awesome.
My son,
that's great.
In his room.
My baby has one of those.
Yep.
No, I'm the same way though. I have to have the bathroom fan on because I don't notice it when it's on. Yeah, just because the bathroom off of the fan.
You sleep in your bathroom?
Well, yeah. You think my wife wants me sleeping in the bed? With this poopy boy?
Bungalese.
With this bungalese?
This bungalese boy.
But you really notice it when it's not there.
Yeah, you do. And the other thing, this has ruined it's made my life better, but it's also ruined it, is wearing a sleep mask. When I didn't have my sleep mask last night, and I was just wandering the house for an hour, just desperately trying to find it because I couldn't fall asleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Is it the pressure now that does it? Because you don't get your room dark enough.
No, I can't. I live in a big city.
Oh, wow, city boy.
Oh, blackout curtains.
Yeah, I could get those, but that's a production.
At JJ_05_ wants to know Perk for point center. Did you guys see this video of Perk dribbling?
Yeah. What was he doing?
I don't know.
Why was he doing it?
But I would challenge you guys to turn the video on and turn the sound way up, and then just close your eyes and just listen to the sound of Perk. Just as much effort as possible dribbling, and you can just hear the effort. Because he's just like, it takes extreme effort for Big Perk to do all that he did. So just go take a listen.
I was wondering what take we actually saw, because I was like, "There's no way this is the first time he's doing this," and he just did it perfectly. He was already pretty sweaty.
He's bouncing off his shoe like 4 or 5 times. Like, no, I promise I can do this.
There's a lot more footage than we saw.
He's another guy who's lost a lot of weight in quarantine.
Yeah. Yep.
He's moving
He's
fast.
trying to come back, man. He's trying to get TV ready. He knows.
Who's
He's
taking
about
that
to be on
video?
the jump again.
You think Vanity's taking that?
Or his son. His sons are pretty old now.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. At Evan ETM, is there any chance Dre is a good shooter if he comes back?
That's the most optimistic
He
question
said
I've
two-
ever heard.
He said 2 years to practice his form and shot. He's also had 30 years to practice his form and shot.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath for that one. If we just saw, if he was just in Orlando, I would be excited. I mean, we literally haven't seen him on the sidelines for months now. When did he leave to go to LA? Was that the beginning of this season?
Yeah, that was this season.
Yeah.
So is he, I mean, I haven't seen this. Is the Thunder planning on having him come to Orlando or no?
I think so. The way that Sam
That's
talked,
cool.
Sam didn't give a definitive answer the other day, but it seemed optimistic enough to let him try. So that will be interesting. And here's the thing about that we will learn about Dre is if he's just truly just a terrible shooter, or if like there is like some pressure of the crowd. Because if there's pressure from the crowd and he's shooting free throws in like the second quarter or whatever and he misses, that doesn't exist. You just have pressure of your teammates and whatnot. But I just wonder how much the crowd plays into like whatever it is that's making him be so bad.
That is kind of interesting. I hadn't really thought about that because we've always heard about the guys. Maybe we'll see this with free throws as well, who like are great in practice, and then when they get into a game situation, like maybe Steven Adams all of a sudden becomes like an 80% free throw shooter in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think it will be a really interesting thing to watch for. Where maybe it's just all the same, but I would guess that guys will shoot better. I would guess that they will shoot better in this environment.
Although I do wonder what the sight lines are going to be like, because you're going to be shooting on backboards where there's no one behind it. I don't know if that helps or hurts.
But also it's not in a huge open arena too, so it's weird. Like it might be in a smaller building, a smaller area, so I don't know what that does either.
I mean,
maybe they just put a bunch of sex dolls in there, like Korea. Was that Korea that did that, or Japan?
I think so, but then they also did stuffed animals.
So they got in trouble for putting. I guess those sex dolls were like the premium ones too. They're like $1,000 per doll or something. Someone got in a lot of trouble for that.
Oh man. At BK Glue Guys, which is Mike Smeltz, who's another employee at the Athletic, wants to know, is a Pop-Tart a ravioli?
Oh, that's nasty.
I've
never heated up a Pop-Tart, so I will say no.
You've never toasted a Pop-Tart?
Not once in my life.
Why?
So how do you know if you don't like it?
Because I know that I like the uncooked version. So I don't need to.
I don't disagree. Hold on, my son is trying to unplug.
I think that's not the right way to look at things in life, Alex. If you're like, I mean, I like this enough, so I don't even need to try to see if I like something better. You have no idea if you'll like it better.
It's an extra step. Why would I want to add that extra step? I already think that the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart is like a 9 out of 10.
You could be having a 10 out of 10 moment.
I could
that you're missing out on.
I could also be spending like an extra what? How long do you microwave these for? 10 minutes?
Microwave. Put it in the toaster.
I don't have a toaster. I don't have a
10
toaster.
minutes. Yeah, put a Pop-Tart in the microwave for 10 minutes and take a picture of it.
It's just completely black.
It's just goop. It's just like not even a color that was in the Pop-Tart before.
I'm actually my local Plaid Pantry, which is like our 7-Eleven. They started carrying those Pop-Tart bites, and they have brown sugar cinnamon.
Pop-Tart bites?
Yeah, they look like pizza rolls, but they're Pop-Tarts.
Okay, let me check this out. How do you warm those up?
You don't, because you don't need to, because they're so good uncooked.
They're pre-toasted.
Air fryer.
You could air fryer. Oh, they look like Fig Newtons almost.
Yeah.
A little bit. Weird.
You
They're
do,
not a ravioli. You have to boil ravioli. You have to cook ravioli, like in water.
Oh, have you not boiled a Pop-Tart? Why not? It could be better if you've never had it. You could be missing out. Why do you live your life that way?
Don't assume I haven't, please. Because I have. Because I used to think they were raviolis. I thought a box of Pop-Tart was raviolis. Didn't work.
I used to love Italian food, and then I found out that they weren't raviolis, and now I don't like Italian food at all.
I thought I knew what Italian food was.
I covered my Pop Tarts in just sauce and tried to eat them. Turns out not ravioli. Very disappointed.
I used to put my Chef Boyardee in the toaster because I thought they were Pop-Tarts.
At Fluky wants to know which Thunder player needs a physical transformation like Jokic.
Let me look through the list here. Who could use? I mean, Deontay has like the build where if he got like super jacked, I feel like he would look significantly different.
Yeah, who could?
Everyone else, I mean, like
Everyone-
some of these guys' frames, like Dennis Schroeder, like how much? What can he do? He's just like a skinny guy.
I know.
I guess it's like Baisley's kind of getting that. Like he's clearly starting to put on some muscle and some weight there.
Yeah, I mean, same with Ferg, obviously.
Yeah.
Yep.
Baisley, OKC muscles. Hold on, guys.
Would muscles help Ferg?
No,
Mm.
brain muscles.
Wow.
Not that he's dumb. I meant like
Wow. Oh, no.
focus. I meant
Wow.
focus. I did not mean to call him dumb. I understand it came out that
Loud
way.
and clear.
Not a dumb guy.
You think Steven's gotten too big? Like too jacked?
He would look weird skinny. I don't want to see him skinny.
I don't think so. I haven't felt like he looks slow.
I'm just asking the question.
Just don't ask that again.
Yeah, quit.
I think everybody. I think all the guys on the Thunder are in great shape. I mean, if Raymond Felton the past few years would have been the easy answer, right? But,
yeah.
Or Melo. I really felt like that was holding Melo. Has been holding Melo back. In the
His
last few
softness?
years of his career. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I found it.
But I feel like Melo's always looked like that his entire career.
Yeah, he's just. I mean, it hasn't helped him the last few years on defense, for sure.
Hey, do you know what he's shooting from three this season with the Blazers?
37%.
Yeah.
He's shot the ball well. Shooting, I mean, scoring and shooting really wasn't even his problem with the Thunder. It was all the other stuff.
Alex, you're right. I'm comparing a picture of him in a Rip City jersey to Nuggets, and it looks almost exactly the same. Like he's been I don't think he's gained any weight or lost any weight. Just the same.
It worked for him.
Yeah.
Just
But he probably could now because his role isn't. I mean, he was using his body a lot more back then than he should now.
yeah, for sure. We got a excuse me. We got a message from Miguel Davella that he put out here. So I was gonna read it. We've gotten a couple messages like these, and they always mean a lot to me. So it says, "Hi, Down to Dunkers. About a year ago, on June 14th, my dad passed away. One of our ways to bond is basketball. In fact, the last thing that I was able to tell him in the hospital was that the Raptors won the championship. Right now, at home, there's really no one I can talk about basketball anymore to. Somehow, listening to podcasts about basketball has been a way for me to distract myself while being alone, as those times back when he was here was spent watching and talking about our favorite teams. I can say that interacting with you guys in the past months has really helped me cope with the hole that he has left. He wasn't a Thunder fan like me. He's a fan of the Pistons and the Spurs, but he'd always join me in cheering on previous playoff series where the Thunder were underdogs. Checking on your reactions on my random questions and slandering the L train on YouTube last week was really worth waiting for, either live or on my podcast app. Side note, it's actually nice to have the live Deborah Buckets Trivia Hour because it's at noon here, so I can listen to it while I'm working. It's kind of amazing that I can get to interact with you guys through those ways while I'm halfway across the world from you. I'm from the Philippines, by the way. Anyways, I just want to thank you guys for the past year and for being there for me in times that I was lonely. You guys are awesome, so keep doing what you do. P.S. I would probably send something like this to another dunk podcast. Probably dunked on. Ew. Just incredible message from Miguel, and we're really thankful to be able to do this show on 3 times a week. And don't always understand or know the impact that it will make, but we're really glad that you listen. We're thankful that you join us during the Deborah Buckets Trivia Hour. You did help contribute a lot, really helped me a lot during week 1 to be able to throw some slander at the L train. But no, we're hope that you're doing okay, and we're thankful that you're listening.
Yeah, and I would just say I totally empathize with him. My dad died 2.5 years ago, and he knew that I liked the NBA, but that wasn't like our main sports connection. It was OU football and the Philadelphia Eagles. And after he died, I found like all of a sudden watching Eagles games or watching OU football games just like wasn't the same anymore because I didn't really have that. I realized that the reason I was watching those things was because of my dad and because of that relationship. And when I didn't have someone to text to about the Eagles, like who else is watching the Eagles that I know, all of a sudden, like it just took like the energy away from watching those games. And the Eagles won the Super Bowl like literally a month after he died, which of course was their first Super Bowl and would have been awesome. And instead, it was just like this weird moment where it was like, this is awesome, but I have no one to tell. Because it was that relationship was literally hinging or that relationship to that team was literally hinging on this other relationship that wasn't there anymore. So I totally get that feeling when you approach sports or when you use sports as a conduit to like relate to your dad, and when you remove the dad from the picture, all of a sudden the sports don't mean the same thing. And so I found that like OU football and Philadelphia Eagles, like I still watch them, but it's in no way like it used to be. And I guess luckily, like we never like NBA was just never his thing. So I've still had the same relationship to that. And I would say the same thing about the NBA. Like you guys are my like reason why I really watch the NBA. Like if I didn't have friends or someone to share this experience with, I don't know if I would just like be watching these sports by myself in a dark room at night. But because there are people that I can share it with, and I think that's one of the greatest things about Twitter, if there's a nice thing I would say about Twitter, it's that when you are watching these games on Twitter and everyone's going at it and you're seeing all these different people commenting, like you really feel like you're a part of something. I think that is the whole point of sports. And so I really appreciated his message.
Yeah, no, that's great. I think it's good perspective sometimes because sometimes you're just kind of going through the motions, talking about the game, talking about what's going on. But yeah, it really is about connection. And I found like through our podcast that I feel like what we've done in the past and something that's helped grow our show is that we just like to connect with people. So let's see. Let's answer maybe a couple more. At Sam Presti, okay, wants to know the best ride at Disney World.
Call Luke.
Call Andrew. Andrew, how many times have you been there?
I've been there like 7 times.
I went once when I was 3. So
What
I
was
give you perspective from 1990.
What was your favorite ride?
I can't remember anything.
Oh, Taylor's calling me. Oh no,
Because I told him.
actually. Oh, hi.
Hey, man.
Good joke, Dad.
Hey, what's your favorite ride at Disney World?
I think Splash Mountain might be the best one because it's the ride that combines great Disney themes and characters as well as with a really fun ride. Also, Rock and Roller Coaster was very fun, but just didn't really connect with Disney at all. It was an Aerosmith ride.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but a very, very fun roller coaster.
What song did they play?
Oh, good question.
Was it what's that song? Janie's Got a Gun.
Yeah.
Janie's got a gun.
I'm not much of an Aerosmith head, so I have to.
Oh, you didn't listen to Big Ones?
Actually, the song that they played when you get going is Pink.
Is it really?
No, definitely.
Didn't we talk about that song on the podcast for a long time? One episode.
I think so.
I think we went through like a lot of lines of that song.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is my dog that almost died.
Oh,
yeah.
He's alive.
Wanna tell us
Taylor's
a story?
dog had a meatball stuck in its throat, and luckily we have a
did.
hero on the pod.
We got a hero on here. Say hi, Hawkins. Okay, bye.
Is that the closest your dog's ever come to death?
Oh, easily. I was even talking to Kate yesterday. Like when I saw him, I get a little emotional now because it felt so real that I was like, man, he really almost died. He almost died
Yeah.
right in front of me. What if that meatball didn't come out? Because it felt like a full minute that he was joking, but I'm sure it was like 10 seconds.
So how did he get a hold of the meatball?
I gave it to him like a bad parent.
You
A
gave to him
terrible-
whole?
Well, I thought he was gonna chew it. I thought it was like big enough he would chew it, but that dog gets so excited about the meat. If you give that dog some meat, oh man, he just swallows it. I have to break up his treats. I should have known better. I gave him a meatball, thinking there's no way he thinks he could swallow this whole. I'm wrong.
I gave my dog a golf ball. I don't know why it turned out bad.
Why didn't he chew it?
I remember one time Hank got out of our house, and I was in my car, chased him around the neighborhood, finally found him. I got out of my car and forgot to put it. I thought I put it in park, but I put it in neutral, and it was on a hill, and he ran under the back tire.
Oh.
And I had there was a 2-second window where I could sweep him out and then get back in the car, and it happened. But that was the closest he came to death.
Whoa.
Wow. So it's really funny. You guys are dog heroes, but also almost dog murderers.
Yeah.
It's a fine
almost-
line.
They both almost died from the decisions we made.
Oh man. Okay, last question. This is pretty good. At Ben Kiesling wants to know, how does this time off affect Steven Adams? A lot of talk happened about PJ Tucker really benefiting from the time to get healthy, but it seems the last few years in the playoffs, Adams hasn't been at 100%. Do you think that we could see Adams at his best this year?
I hope. Have we heard a peep from him?
Not a peep from Steve-O. I would guess he's in good shape, and really health has been the issue for him in the past. And so I think it is a great thing for him. Just as much, PJ Tucker obviously needed the break, and really the Rockets themselves needed the break. But Adams has always done well off of some rest time. So I think that I think it'll be a good thing for him. It also, we just don't really know how this will impact, how the bubble environment will impact each individual player, each team. It makes you question, what do we know about all of these teams, today? And are they going to be the same? Are they going to be better? Are they going to be worse? I just feel like we have a lot to learn in those first 8 games that these teams play. I think there will be a lot to learn. And I'm glad they get to play some preseason games because of the Andre Robertson factor. Because I think that they're going to be able to learn this first 3 games or 2 games or however many they play if he's going to be able to play and what kind of shape he's in. So anything else, guys, before we go?
No, as you were just talking about the playoffs, I was just realizing that like we could see Slim Jokic in a matchup against the Rockets.
Oh yeah.
I would like to see that. In fact, I think that's on their schedule because I think they were about to, or no, they had already played all their games. I hope we get that matchup because I don't know what would
That would be great. Wait, they could be in the first round against each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could. I mean,
3-6.
depending
Whoa.
on what happens in those 8 games.
That's what it'd be right
Interesting.
now, right? 3-6.
Yeah.
Rockets. Yeah.
How much do you guys think that's going to shift? Do you think it'll change that much? Like Utah might kind of fall.
The Thunder are a game back of Utah, tied with the Rockets.
And the
So,
Mavs
yeah.
are only, what are the Mavs? Like an extra
Oh, they're
game
only
and a half.
three games in the loss column behind.
Yeah, that one will be a little bit harder to shift. But yeah, I think it will definitely change. I mean,
Hey,
I think that we could be heading toward a Houston OKC 4-5 matchup.
so I have a question. With a team like Dallas, who's played 3 games more than other teams, do they play a full 8 games as well?
It's win percentage. Is what yes. Everybody will play 8 and then win percentage will be the deciding factor.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, which basically means like for a case like Portland versus New Orleans, they could actually I don't even think they could be tied, but they could basically have the same record, but Portland would get in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like adding it on top of whatever they they had before, but it's a percentage, not games.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Portland and New Orleans right now. 0.439 for the Blazers, 0.438 for the Pelicans.
Jeez.
Pretty wild. Okay. Thanks for listening to our show. Make sure that you, oh my goodness, follow Alex on Twitter at AlBabyCakes. You can follow Taylor on Twitter at Taylor2Cents. Follow me on Twitter at Andrew K. Schlecht. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you guys again on Monday. So somebody said on YouTube that psycho behavior not heating up your Pop-Tarts.
Whatever. Sorry, I have
kinda
better
is.
things to do.